All right, we live, y'all. I'm kind of a little late. Sorry about that, folks. I had to. Sorry, but I'm a little late, folks. I'm just sorry. Y'all have to forgive me. So we go. Give me a little. Give me a little. Give me a little. Give me a little time to set up a little bit more, y'all. Y'all get into the chat. I'll shout y'all out sooner or later. I'll shout y'all out sooner or later. All right. Oof. Let me see. I might need to add. All right, all right, all right, all right. So, oh, whoa, whoa. Y'all see what I pulled up? Oh, you see what I'm dialing up in here? Uh-oh. I gotta set up my. Y'all give me a minute. I gotta set up my Zoom real quick. It ain't gonna take me but a minute. Sorry about this, y'all. Should have been a little bit more prepared for y'all, but it's okay. We're gonna talk about. I mean, we're gonna talk about the Deshaun Watson Cleveland at Shedeur Sanders Cleveland Browns quarterback quarterback situation. If y'all haven't heard, Deshaun Watson was named the Cleveland Browns starting quarterback. Now I know why. Whoa. Now I know why. Let's see. You want me to start? What's my custom combination? The mic. Start. I know why. It has a lot to do with a lot of things here. But I'm finna, cause I got some callers gonna call in, and I'm gonna drop the link down in the chat. Y'all want to chime in? I might bring y'all up too. But yeah, let me see here. Let me drop the link in that chat. Yes, sir. There it is. They got the now. Actually, let me also drop this in Zoom so everybody know. Oh, yeah. Drop it off in Zoom so we can get to talking about this, because this got a lot, man. See, now people don't know this, man, but football is pretty much paid slavery with a ball. I mean, and y'all don't think it's slavery? Where else can they straight up sell a nickel? They can just straight sell them for cash. They sold Dominique Wilkins for $1 million. Look, just because it's a lot of money, it don't mean it ain't slavery. Trust me on that. But if they don't do what they if them black men on that football field don't do what the white coaches say, they get punished. We gonna find you and we gonna run you. Yeah, that's some straight up slave stuff. Hold up. Now, oh Lord, that's too much. I'm doing the most. Man, I got so much stuff going on here. So we gonna get into why. We gonna get into why this cat got why this cat is starting and why everybody else ain't. We gonna keep it funky in here too. Let me move that there. Let's play this. Actually, let me move this here. I'm gonna play something else for y'all. Yeah. There it is. There it is. All right. We're going to move this down here. We're going to delete that. No. All right, bet. And we're going to move this here. No, we're gonna put my pretty face up here for us. Let me see. I don't see nobody here yet. So we gonna play this. We gonna play this BS conference, man. Now. Oh no, I didn't do that right. Let's move me here. All right. We're going to play this BS conference, man.
I don't know. The only time I feel that energy is when I'm in the stadium or it's on social media. Like I mentioned before, when I'm in public, no one's mentioned anything. So I think that's the only time those people that's holding it in is trying to, disrupt the energy. You know what I'm saying? Because this is social media, players can't respond back. And then in the stadium, players can't respond back. So I get it. I understand it, so it is what it is.
We're going to take two more. Quarterback job is tough enough. Can you defeat that negativity?
I don't know. It's a mental battle every day. I feel like I get more love on road games than I do home games. So if it is my spot and he does make me the name, maybe it's 17 away games then. I don't know.
What about the fact that you guys do have your first 2 are on the road, your first 6 of 9 are on the road? If you win the job, might that work in your favor?
Again, I'm not sure. I don't know. I thought being away for 2 years and working myself back from 2 Achilles injuries and putting the time in and being around the facility, being around the city, doing charity work in the city, supporting the Cleveland Browns, hanging out with fans whenever I do see them, being honest, being, the type of person that I know I am and the character would help. And I guess it haven't. So that's why I say it's personal. So, it is what it is. People have their own opinions. I can't, there's only so much you can do to change that. So at the end of the day, I just have to continue to just work on it and strive to be better mentally moving forward.
You talked a lot
It's the last one.
You talked a lot about your mental health is something that you're really proud of despite all the backlash. What?
All right. So he pretty much told the Cleveland fans, fuck y'all. He pretty much said y'all go to hell all day long. Man. Deshaun is, boy, he is hot. What y'all do to him? Boy, and we gonna get to why he's starting. But first, hold on, let me see. Let me do one more thing here real quick. Add one more window capture. Yeah. All right. Got. All right, I see you in here.
Yeah, what's good?
Oh, I got you. What's up, man? I'm glad you chimed
What's
in.
going on, PA?
Chilling, man. What's up with
What's
you?
up? Man, you know,
Introduce yourself
looking
and
at
tell
it.
people where they can find you.
Man, I am Mr. G's football show, man. You know what I'm saying? And basically what I do, man, is I give my take, you know what I mean, on current events of football and just critiquing teams and so they can find me on Mr. G's football show.
Gotcha. Let me see here. Hey, oh, whoa, is that it? Woo. Let me see. That me? Is it? Yeah. Okay, let me resize that. Now, if you want to put the camera on, you can. If not, I'm gonna put this over here.
Yeah, I don't need no camera shoot.
Yeah, you good, man. They can hear you.
All right, that's what's up.
Let me make sure.
What's good, bros and queens?
I think you might be echoing. Let me try to see if I could take one of them out. All right, we good.
Okay.
No, that ain't it.
That ain't it.
Oh yeah, no. Let me take this out. Audio input. Let me remove this. All right, so now that should get rid of the echo.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. All right, we good. Now, so yeah. If you ain't heard the word, let me drop this down here. Hold up 1 second. All right, you ain't heard the word. They named Deshaun Watson the starter. Now he's been thoroughly outplayed, and he has been playing. He hasn't been playing up to what he has been doing in Houston. I mean, this is not news. Almost everybody figured that Shador should be the starter. However, I knew Shador ain't have a chance in hell in starting because of one simple fact: $230 million. Now, with all things being said, with football is all equal, but people conveniently forget that they pay these people a lot of money, and these owners want to get a big return on their investment. So, and when they make a $230 million investment, oh yeah, but he gonna have to flame all the way out in order for them to just eat that $230 million. That's a lot of money to anybody.
Right.
So, what do you think should have happened?
Deshaun Watson don't really have enough body of work for that type of money. I mean, he had a lot of promises, you know what I mean? A lot of people wanted him when he was, trying to leave the current team that he was on. And Cleveland, you know what I'm saying? Cleveland is one of those teams where, man, they have a hard time assessing talent. I mean, any team that grabs like 8 quarterbacks, I mean, come on, bro. I mean,
why don't you call them? Why don't you say what it really is, man? They sorry.
They sorry. Exactly.
They've been sorry. They've been sorry since the 80s, bro. They've been serving since the 80s. That is 40 years ago. Now, how can you? They were sorry before they moved to Baltimore. They had to get up out of Cleveland, and then they were sorry before they left Cleveland. Then they put a new team in Cleveland, and now they sorry. So it ain't the team; it's Cleveland. Now,
it's the ownership.
yeah, it's Cleveland. That ownership. Now the Cleveland is where football players go for what and to. Cleveland is where football.
The scrapyard.
Yeah, Cleveland is where football players go so they careers to kill their careers. That's where they go.
But I got some tea for you though. I got some inside track on why this is happening to the shore. You know what I'm saying?
Shedeur Sanders?
Yeah,
yeah.
I got some tea on that.
Okay.
So the current regime that they have coaching right now, the offensive coordinator used to be an offensive coordinator to who? His dad. Right?
He was his dad offensive coordinator?
Well, he was on the team. He was like I can't remember exactly what he was a position coach.
What team he was on?
I want to say it was before Dallas.
San Francisco?
Remember because remember they got surprisingly, Sanders comes up on a free agent market and Dallas picks him up. Right?
Yeah.
He ends up at Dallas. Well, the situation is that him and that particular person got into it. And back then, Sanders was a, no holds barred kind of guy, man. He always is, he still is. And he got into that dude's ass, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so dude's like, shit. You know what I mean? I can't get him back. I can't get my lick back off of him. He pretty much untouchable. So let me get at his son. Let me squeeze his son down to nothing and see if he like that. Because you remember at one point he didn't want his son to go there, right?
Oh, to Cleveland? Don't nobody.
Yeah, to Cleveland.
Don't nobody want nobody to go to Cleveland.
But exactly. But he tried to pull a Manning. You know what I'm saying? He tried to pull the Eli Manning. Try to get his son shifted to another team, man, because he knew he knows those people, man. He knows them.
Okay.
He knew that they was gonna do him like that, man. He knew that during the draft. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when these type people can't get their lick back, bro, and then they, somebody falls in their lap that's from your seed, you best believe, man, it's a mockery. You know what I'm saying? It's a mockery, man.
Look, you saw in the draft this cat went 5th round, and he's now beaten out.
See how long it took?
Yeah, there's no way. Every person that know anything about football knows damn well that they stonewalled that kid, and they still doing it.
Exactly.
And I don't know what primetime did to them. I don't know all the interceptions and touchdowns, and him high stepping and telling them, and somehow that rubbed the whole NFL wrong to where they
I'm trying to tell you what happened though.
They are sitting here punishing this kid for his dad. For his dad's sins. Now, let me see.
Exactly.
Now I'm not. I just pulled up. The head coach is Todd Monken, and then the offensive coordinator is Travis Switzer. I don't think he was nowhere near around when Deion was there. But so you must have been talking. Oh, but the quarterback coach is Mike Bijikin?
Yes,
That's the one?
yes, I believe
Yeah.
so.
I don't think it was his decision, though. I would just keep that a buck.
It's not his decision, but you know what I'm saying. They all eat together. They all get in the foxhole together, and you know what I'm saying. They drinking their little shit, and he's like, "Hey, we gotta we gotta get it. We gotta get our lick back.
Yeah.
Don't you want to get your lick back?"
Yeah.
And you know, people like that, they do that stuff though. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's no way possible that all these teams are gonna pass you up, knowing that most of those teams needed a quarterback,
Uh-huh. See,
right?
yeah, Dom Capers got his ass up there. But I don't think none of these guys on this coaching, in this coaching, on this coaching, in this coaching, in this coaching staff had anything to do with this. I think that came straight from the owner. I think it came straight from the owner. He like, look, I got to pay this dude 40 what? Oh, how much is Deshaun making this year? What, 43 million? 40-something million?
Yeah.
And you saw how Deshaun Watson was sitting over there twisting off his bling bling and showing his watch, his rollies. Yeah, he's like, I got my bread. He can sit over there. He can sit over there and stink up the joint. And they gonna sit there and let him do it because they didn't already. He told them, Deshaun Watson, when he came from Houston, they traded all that stuff. He said he didn't want to come. So they had to give him this astronomical, which people are saying is the worst deal in sports history, in order to get Deshaun Watson to come up on sorry-ass Cleveland. $230 million, fully guaranteed. That's every nickel. They got to pay him every nickel if he don't pay a dime. And Buddy, he finna try to play as little as possible so he can get that, so he can just get that. He gonna play as little as possible for that money. He done robbed Cleveland blind. He finna get.
And
he in the getaway car.
Yeah, they wanted him.
You,
They know he ain't gonna stay healthy, man. Let's face the three-prong kind of guy. The way he plays, you know, it's just not possible. Is he a good quarterback? Yeah, he's a good quarterback. He has the tangibles to be a very good quarterback, but we have not seen that in so long that if you ain't using it, you lose it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, certain people.
You can watch film and do all this stuff, man. You can do all this mental reps and all this stuff. This stuff ain't gonna translate to the field though, like athletically.
Yeah, man. I and I don't think Deshaun is. He never come across. Now remember, I'm sitting in Houston, Texas right now. I've actually seen Deshaun Watson several times with my own two eyes. So, yeah, he used to be outside when he was down here.
Right.
And I didn't know. So he had 20 cases of him getting massages and telling women to give him the happy ending, the tuggy tug and the licky suck. So he got caught up with that. I don't think he been the same since then.
Right.
He talk about his wife, and I don't know if he was married then, but I know his wife gonna get her lick back. You know what I'm saying? So ever since then, I think, man, exactly. he probably had problems with his wife. And you know, when you got problems with your wife, man, you act like a little punk bitch. Now I know having Achilles problems, you know, that's some of that stuff is, you know, it's just very unfortunate. But going in there, and you got to be confident. And if your wife is sitting over there, she got your balls in your hand because you was getting your dick sucked while you was getting your massages, then you're not gonna be playing your best ball.
Right. Well, you could be a quarterback of South Kakalaki College, dog, and still have a calling card for pussy. You know what I mean?
I mean, how can you like, dude? When I was in college, man, it was women I didn't even know screaming across campus, "Hey, PA, you didn't hear me at the game?" No, I ain't hear you at the game. It's loud in that damn stadium. What the hell you talking about? Okay, baby, yeah, man. I had women beat my door down, and I would nowhere near the starting quarterback for the Houston Texans. Get the fuck out of here, man. You got to be kidding. Why? And he had 20 cases, and they had to cover that up. I would have cut him on that alone. It's like, dude, you can't get no coaching. Man, you could. You can't start here. I'd have cut him on that alone. I don't care how good he was playing. And he was out here balling. He was in Houston balling. And that's just a fact. They ain't giving that $230 million for nothing. Well, actually, they did give him that $230 million for nothing. Yeah. But they thought that he was going to end up being probably the best quarterback in the NFL. He definitely has the talent. But with his talent, he not talented like Michael Vick to where, you know, he could throw the ball through a battleship and he can outrun a cheetah. Now, he has to have confidence to work with his talent. But if he has confidence, like Tom Brady, not very talented, but with his confidence and his surrounding cast, he was able to pull off historical things in the football space.
That's just it. Does he have confidence anymore? I mean, we haven't seen him play a game.
Dude, he got caught with his pants down, man. He ain't got no more confidence, man. Everybody's talking about it. The women over here talking about it. He wanted a massage, and then he pulled out his Johnson and say, massage this. And now he got caught with it. They ran the cases up on him. Somehow it all disappeared. You know what I'm saying? They ran them cases up on him. So he looked, you know, when you a little bitch like that, you ain't got no more confidence when they catch you with your pants down.
Yeah. That's
a fact. I know a bunch of dudes like that. They ain't famous. I got all kind of examples. This one dude, he was sitting there lying to women, or he was sitting in the club lying to women, and then somebody pulled up on him, say, dude, I saw you in probation office. I heard you were in probation for beating on women. And they were like, ooh, man, he walked in, he tucked his tail and walked out the damn club. That's pretty much what Watson did.
Right. Damn. You're right.
Man, that's just how that is. And now you telling me you gonna line this dude up under center. You know what I'm saying? You gonna line this dude up under center in Cleveland against Baltimore, against Cincinnati, and against Pittsburgh. People who eat quarterbacks up. And he gonna have the mental fortitude. He talking about he got mental health problems and he depending on his wife, who he was sitting over there trying to get the massage therapist to suck on him, and his wife had to find that out. Really?
So look at it like this. Look at it like this, though. You know, we don't know what's the cogs. The cogs in the contract. I mean, hell.
Oh, I know the call. Get it? Fully guaranteed.
Okay, but if he, all right.
Fully guaranteed. That means he don't have to play a down.
It shows you that the Cleveland Browns is.
Man, I hope that's not my sister, man. You say that again, man. You were breaking up. I hope that's not my sister.
I just don't believe he's gonna get.
You don't believe he gonna? You believe he ain't gonna get what?
I don't believe he's gonna get past week 3.
Week 3, nah. I'm gonna give him at least. They gonna give him at least 6. They'll probably gonna give him 6 to 8. They gonna give him the mid-season. He gonna get past week 3, even if he go 0-3. Yeah, and they not gonna go 0-3. They gonna pull off one win. Right. Unless Deshaun just stanking it up. He might be, because I think right now he's just mentally weak. And then he went down there, tried to ball out. He had some good games, and then when he popped his Achilles tendon, they booed him. I mean, they cheered him. They've been booing him, and they cheered him when he got hurt. And he's butthurt about that. And you used to be an athlete. And I learned something real goddamn early when I'm talking about in high school. Don't even let the fans make you feel any way or the other. You fumble the ball, they start laughing, you forget about that shit. They are fans. Yeah. They pay your salary.
They fans.
But they fans. They are fickle. They don't know what the hell's going on that damn field.
Yeah, that's true.
And you can't let a fan make you feel any type of way. They can't even run 10 gassers. They don't even know what the hell a gasser is. So letting them letting them cheer like they happy he got hurt, and he feeling butthurt about that. Man, he got to get over that quick. Them fans, bro.
That's why they tell quarterbacks, they tell all players to not get into that social media stuff, because people gonna say what they're gonna say. You know what I'm saying? And it might hurt you. It might hurt you mentally. You know.
Man, the fans act like they can come out there and play better than you can.
I mean,
that's a fan.
And these couch watching.
Yeah, they sitting there. They gotta take an asthma. They gotta pump asthma medicine just to breathe, and they think they can get out on a playing field and outplay the people who they think are terrible. You
don't make it to the NFL being terrible though. You just don't do that. You know.
You can't tell the fans that. People who've played, they know. Well, let me take that back. It's hard to make it to the NFL and be terrible.
Very, very hard.
Very hard. You got to be at least somewhat decent. You know.
You got to be decent and you got to be marketable.
But you're 100%. I'm going to tell you right now, 100% of NFL players, I ain't going to say, 99% of NFL players are better than every fan in the stadium.
Exactly. I agree with that.
It's 99.9. It's 99.999%. Now, I can also go that 99.9% of the fans in college games, the college players are better than the fans. especially in Division One. I can't speak much on Division Two. Now, unless the fan is an actual pro player, we're gonna take them out. Or another college player, we're gonna take them out. I'm talking about people who aren't putting on shoulder pads and going to practice. 99.9% of those players are better than every fan. But the fans think that they are better than the players, especially if they lose. And that's why you can't think. That's why you can't even worry about that, man.
You can't worry about that.
But his mentality is not strong enough. He think he gave his body to the fans and he popped his tendon. And he got to go sit up in rehab and go up under surgery for people who cheered for him to get hurt. And he feels a certain type of way about that. And I think he's just like, screw y'all, I'm still gonna get my bread.
Yeah,
and the owner say, yeah, we giving him bread and he gonna start. That's what happened.
Exactly. I mean, you got to follow the money in that situation.
It's all about the money all the time. That ain't just football. That's everything. It's all about the money. People like money ain't a shit. That $230 million, them owners got to scratch them checks. Now, the only way is if those fans of Cleveland start protesting. And then that's when, because that's who pay the owners, the fans. Now, if the fans stop paying the owner, they gonna bench Deshaun Watson. They gonna eat that $230 million because that's less than what they gonna make. Because if the fans take 200-something plus million, 300 plus million of concessions and ticket sales and jersey sales from the owners, and then from that owner, excuse me, then they gonna start making a quarterback change to who the people want.
They're gonna have to make the quarterback change, man, because when Sanders got drafted, he sold more jerseys than Deshaun Watson, bro. He sold more jerseys just being a rook. So,
and that's going in the owner's pocket. That's that money.
Yeah.
He's more popular.
So
that's the more money.
They okay with eating that money because it's.
Oh no, they not. That's why Watson's starting.
It's a desperate move, though. It's truly a desperate move, and that stuff don't work.
Well, we gonna see. Cause we coming up on September. That's when the season starts. We gonna see. And then guess what's the second game? They got to go to Jacksonville the first game. I don't even know why they even gonna leave Florida. They got to go to Florida back to back. They got to go to Jacksonville the first game, and guess the second game they got to go face Tampa and Baker Mayfield, who was up there in Cleveland, and they screwed him up. As soon as he left sorry-ass Cleveland, he looked like a whole different player. He looked like he going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, because he legit. He legit, though.
Yeah, he legit, because he was up there in sucky Cleveland. Yeah, and if anybody watching this from Cleveland, yeah, I said it, all y'all suck up there, man. That the Browns, the Cavaliers. Look, it took one of God's gifts to the game of basketball, and he only won one. We talking about LeBron James, and he only won one title, and he had to come back from 3-1 to do it. Ain't that right? He had to come back from 3-1 to win a title. He almost lost that one. He's going to go 0 for 4. Went to the finals 4 times, lost 1. That's that Cleveland stuff, bro.
Yeah.
That's that Cleveland stuff, man. I don't know what it is up that place, man. It's who else up there? The Indians. They blew a World Series. They were up 3-1 and blew a World Series. Y'all suck up there in Cleveland, man. Y'all, and anybody that live in Cleveland, y'all need to move, man. Get on a bicycle if you got to.
They can't drink the water up there, no way.
Man, man. And why do they even have a professional? How many people in Cleveland? What, about 110,000? Ain't nobody up there, man. And they got professional franchises because they used to be good. But that city dried up. and the professional franchises dried up. It is what it is.
So they gonna
So,
move again.
so,
About to move again.
but I can tell you, look, I said all this to say, Shedeur Sanders has a track record. I seen that guy throw the ball once or twice. He got it. Whatever it is about a quarterback, I used to be a receiver. I ain't got to see a quarterback throw the ball very many times to know if he's that guy. Shedeur's that guy. And I saw that when he was at Jackson State. He turned that sorry ass city around. Jackson, Mississippi. My mama graduated from that university. Jackson, Mississippi. He sat there and made them up. He made them the king, the darling of the whole entire HBCU, the SWAC, all of those guys. I mean, him, see, look, Deion, I ain't trying to rain on his parade, but he ain't doing that shit without his son. Both of them, really. He ain't doing that without Shedeur. Shedeur's out there spinning it. And because Shedeur was the best quarterback in college. And to me, it wasn't even close. Shedeur's out there spinning it, bro. And then they went to Colorado, and Colorado stunk for decades. They turned that program around in a year. And they made a bunch of mistakes doing that. But as long as they had number 2 up there spinning it back, getting a snap, running for his life, hell, he was getting beat up so bad. He could. I think he miss some games, or badly. Yeah. I mean, because they couldn't block for him.
No, they couldn't block for him. They only had 2 weapons.
And they was beating people. They were beating quality teams.
They did all right though. They did pretty good.
They was beating quality teams. And he can do the same. He going to have to pull up another one of them in Cleveland because they suck too. He going to have to turn that program around just like he turned around Jackson State, just like he turned around Colorado. And they need to go ahead and hire his dad as the coach. That's what they need to do.
You think that's what should happen?
Man, ain't an NFL owner will ever hire Prime. White people don't like Prime.
You know why they don't like him?
Because he good and he black.
He black and he opinionated. And he ain't gonna just, read no script. He trying to win.
Look, let me tell you. And I hate to be the bad news to white people. And I don't want to make this a racial thing. But look, man. Deion Sanders is one of the best people best football players who ever lived. Arguably the best. I can argue that he's better than all the rest of them. Because he, just on the simple fact that he was a threat in taking out your air game, that took out the whole goddamn team sometimes. Because you throw it over there. And this is how salty white people are about black people like Deion Sanders. And yeah, y'all, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. They didn't even throw it over there because they didn't want Deion showing. He picked the ball off. They didn't want him showing off. Because I heard the announcer say that. They were like, I hope he pulls a muscle, dog, high stepping. I heard the announcer say that fuck shit. I hope he pulls a muscle. Now, how big of a hater you have to be to wish somebody get hurt on a football field?
See what you just said goes back to what I just said, that they getting their lick back off his seat, which is his son.
They can't get that lick back, man. Prime already walked up and down the field, man. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Don't get me wrong, he done this thing, but these type people are not gonna let that go. Now they got an opportunity to do what they're doing to the shore, and they doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, we watched the draft, and I'm like, yeah, he gotta go right now. He gotta go right now. There's too many teams that needed that shit, and They didn't even pull the trigger because they all got called by the uppers saying, don't don't get this motherfucker. Don't do that. And
Yep.
then what? Fifth round rolls around and bam, somebody pulls the trigger and had to beat Cleveland Browns that already had 7 quarterbacks. Don't make no sense.
Man, it's
But
just
we understand where that came from though. We starting to see what that came from though.
yeah, it because we all trying to figure out like, are they still pissed off what his dad did, or because of how his dad changed the coaching. I mean, not only did Prime change the not only did he change the whole entire coaching environment. I mean, playing environment with his play. Arguably the best football player who ever lived. Arguably, because at one point they used to say that Jerry Rice was the best football player that ever lived. Now they saying it's Tom Brady. Let me just tell you this much. If Prime was over there, Tom and Jerry ain't messing with him. I'm telling you. At all. It's not going to happen. Throw it over there if you want to, Tom. I don't give a damn Gronk over there. You better watch it. Because it's a cat over there, and once he pick it off, you ain't going to like it. You ain't going to like it because he go put his hand behind his head and sit over there and tell you what you should have done. Tell you everything you don't want to hear. They don't like cats like that, man. And they might remember that, man. I would be like, fuck it. I'd be like, hey, man, the guy was good. Yeah, he was cocky, he was brash, but I mean, what they gonna do? I mean, Tom Brady cocky too. You gotta be cocky when you that good. Are you still there?
Yeah, you gotta be cocky. I mean, that's just part of the sport though. Yeah, yeah. That's just part of the sport. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear. Let me.
Mic check, mic check.
No, I hear you. You there?
Okay.
You there? Did I do this right? Hell no. I'm finna.
So, but yeah, man, it's a ugly, nasty business, bro. And they do stuff. You know what I'm saying? They do a lot of things that we look at and we wonder why, but you got to follow what's going on. You know what I'm
Dude.
saying? Like you really have to look at the players of this. You know what I'm saying? And the league hated Deion Sanders, man, especially when he went to Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they didn't want him to go to Dallas. They didn't want that shit. You know, but that saved Deion's career to where he was he's untouchable, man. He's untouchable to right now today.
Man, I saw Dion. I was in Georgia. I was a young kid when he was playing for San Francisco. A couple of plays. I saw people. I saw him walk. He was in Atlanta because he used to play in Atlanta. He was playing for San Francisco. I saw him pick a ball off against Andre Rison and take the ball. It seemed like it was 90-something yards. He turned around while he's running and was talking to the players on the sideline. He was talking to the opposing team on the sideline while he's running down there. I saw him do that. I mean, now do you know how, number one, how good you got to be to do that? Everybody can't do that. Some people got to concentrate. But he knew. Oh, give me a second. All right. He knew they wasn't going. He knew they wasn't going. He knew they wasn't going to tackle. They wasn't going to catch it.
Him and Andre Rison had beef, bro. And Deion was like, "I'm finna shut this shit down today." You know, that just shows you what kind of athlete he was, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? If he got you got beef with him, he gonna handle it on the field. That's what kind of dude that dude was. You know what I'm saying? He gonna everything handles on the field with him.
There was not one receiver that I ever saw that there was not one receiver that I saw in a game he ever played that he didn't shut the whole side of the field down. Maybe when he got older, when he went to Washington and stuff like that, yeah. But I'm talking about when he was in Atlanta, but especially when he was in Atlanta, that's when he was his best. Now, he won all those awards when he was in other places. But when he was in Atlanta his first few years, I seen him shut down Michael Irvin. I seen him shut down JR. They had to move JR in motion. They had to put JR on other places so he can get his numbers. Because they ain't just, he'll step right on JR toe and say, get open. And this is Jerry Rice. JR, I'm sorry. I know some people that played with in the San Francisco 49ers. That's what they call Jerry Rice. They call him JR. Sorry about that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm acting like I played for San Francisco. I just know. You can look it up. I played at the University of Houston. This guy named Money Montgomery. He played corner up there, and he used to always tell me, "Man, that's JR, man. That's JR, man. Watch JR do this, JR do that." I started saying JR like I was playing. But anyway,
you know, man, it's supreme athlete as well, man. You know, for Dion to shut down the supreme athlete of that caliber, man, just shows you that, you know what I'm saying, he was the truth, man. I mean, a lot of stuff that he did, great stuff he did, but man, it's in the film. It's there. You can't take it away from that man. You know what I mean? He did his thing.
He's by far the best defensive back who ever played. Arguably the best defensive player who ever played.
Arguably, yes, definitely.
The shutdown corner began and ended with Deion Sanders. Prime time. And that's a fact. Revis Island, yeah, he ain't prime.
That's true.
He ain't prime. You know what I'm saying? Prime picking it off is going. You throw it over there. You finna throw a touchdown the other way, and he gonna be high stepping and doing all that stuff that you don't like. And and white people hate that for some reason. I don't know why. Why they hate it? Though you shouldn't throw it over there. You should enjoy it. He's able to do that, and they're like, I'm talking about they hated that motherfucker, man. I remember how much they hated Deion Sanders for dancing in the end zone and all that. Mm-hmm. I mean, they hate cocky black players. Now, if you're a white player, they don't mind so much, but they hate cocky black players. That's just a fact.
Right. So look at it like this, though. Even T.O. was hated, bro. He celebrated. He had a telephone. He made a phone call after he scored and everything. They hate players like that, man.
Yeah, T.O.
They say that's a player that's unhinged.
Yeah, but see, cause football is slavery. It is very akin to slavery.
It is.
Yeah, so it's pretty much you got the black people in the field. A couple of white field hands is helping, and then you got all the white people who are making all the decisions, doing all the controlling, and cracking the whips and finding people and tell Paul, the commissioner, like, hey, you better do what I'm gonna take your money and we gonna kick you out the league. Or that. It's slavery with a ball, man, and they can trade you, they can sell you, they got the draft is the draft is when they bring all the big slaves from over there on the boat and they line them up and they walk across the stage and be like, okay, I want that one. It's slavery. So when you got somebody like Deion Sanders who has kind of transcended that, like hey, I'm the slave, but I'm one of the slaves that do this. That messes with their head like, hey, we supposed to have control over this guy, but we really don't. And not only do we don't have control, he high stepping around. One of them. They high stepping up and down the field, grabbing their nuts. We got to get rid of these niggas.
He was Django. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We got
Django off the chain.
Yeah. And then after that, he went into what the white people do, and he did. Dion has probably had the best coaching job that I've probably ever seen, ever.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at his coaching resume, now he's not doing so good. I think he's still in Colorado, so he's having some problems up there because pretty much Shador left. He didn't find his son's replacement because you need, you know, when you got a quarterback of Shador's caliber and he leaves, I know. I remember why quarterbacks leaving at the University of Houston. Shout out to you, Chuck Clements. When Chuck left, we were in trouble, and we couldn't get a quarterback to replace him at least for 2 or 3 years. But that's neither here nor there. Like, but when you got what Dion did, he went to a HBCU. They just hired him for whatever, and turned that program around. He recruited the #1 player in the country to a HBCU by the name of Travis Hunter. They was screwing him out his money. That I'm talking about. He's putting butts in the seats in Jackson, Mississippi. I know a little bit about that city. That's where I was born.
Bruh, the stadium was right. So basically, the stadium there, man, everything about that place. I mean, Dion was using his own money, man, because the facility was ran down. They was taking showers at a motel.
Oh,
he
man.
took all his players and put them up in a motel, bruh, because he's like, ain't no way we can keep these boys happy if we continue to let them be on campus.
Oh, man. Let me tell you some more.
Right.
Let me tell you some more stuff, man. And I don't like to poo-poo on HBCUs, but man, they ain't got their stuff together. They probably still don't.
They do.
Man. Let me tell you a story, man. I went to the University of Houston. I played football at the University of Houston. I mean, not the biggest, baddest school, but I mean, we are. Yeah, it's what it is, right? I mean, we at least we could go to a cafeteria and eat something decent. You know, you can get a spread. You get, you know, the coaches drink beer and champagne. You know, we could eat, you know, steak, shrimp, salmon, you know, fish. You know, we can get hamburgers if we want, and we can get stuff to order, pasta, pizza, you know, normal stuff in a cafeteria. I mean, just not even no top notch, like we got chefs with napkins and shit on their arm. We ain't had none of that, but we were able to go and get what we want to eat, and that's post game and pre-game meal. I went over to now literally across the street from University of Houston. Y'all can look this up on the map. It's a street called Scott Street. It's in 3rd Ward. Right across the street is it's a HBCU called Texas Southern University. I don't know if y'all familiar with that, but Michael Strahan went there. I went to their game. I went to their post-game meal. The goddamn strength coach fried a box of chicken and told him to get 2 pieces and go home. I am not lying. They had no French fries. They had 2 pieces of fried chicken for their post-game meal that the goddamn strength coach fried it somewhere like somewhere in like I don't know how they got it fried. They probably had it ordered. 2 pieces of fried chicken. Now you telling me with that type of, you could imagine what the showering is, what the uniforms is, what their shoes were bad. You tell me that team could go and compete against somebody who no. And Dion knew that. And Dion saw that, so he knew, because he went to Florida State. And he knew what it took to win. Because you can't win with fried chicken on your stomach and you got to play. and you gotta eat fried chicken before you go. Matter of fact, they didn't give him a pregame meal. You was on your own. You gotta go, and the postgame meal. The strength coach fried some chicken.
Well, Prime, he understood the culture though. You know, he understood that okay, there's no way possible I could change this culture if I don't do it myself, right? Because they didn't have the funds to do the things that Dion wanted to do. So they needed him. They needed him not going to those games, but they wouldn't at those games like that until Dion came and he started bringing all the superstars around and doing the things he likes to do. So he took it upon himself to to treat his boys like he knows that they should be treated. But like you say, he's like, I gotta go. I gotta go. This ain't this
No,
long term situation is not gonna work.
they saw him turn around Jackson State and had them as a powerhouse in their conference in a matter of a couple of years. I mean, yes. Shador and who's the other one? The one that he needs the safety. He's a pro safety, but Shiloh. Yeah, Shador and Shiloh.
Shiloh.
They help. Now Shiloh, his only problem is he don't know how to back up off trying to knock somebody out on the football field. He hurt himself trying to kill somebody. He broke both bones in his hand. I think it was that UCLA. Yeah, he got kicked out of game. Like, man, he don't know how to back. I understand because I used to know when targeting was legal. I played when targeting was legal, and I get it, man. When you got somebody in your crosshairs, yeah, you go ahead and let them have it. I get it. It's hard to back up off of that, but you that's his only problem. Huh?
Right. When you got a dad that did so much that he did, and then the other son, he's the quarterback and he doing what he doing. Yeah, dog, you want to try to make your name too. You want to make your presence felt too. He was just trying too hard.
Man, you play football, man. You know how it feels to knock a motherfucker out. You know it feels good, man. I mean,
I played linebacker and safety in college. So, yeah.
You know how that feels.
I enjoy it, but
you know how that feels, man.
I didn't have the pressure. I didn't have the pressure like that to live up to.
Yeah, you know how it feels. I know. Because I can't sit up here and say I'd never done it, but I mean, you know, I used to back off of players because I'm like, hey, I can't be just sitting here banging heads with y'all because I got to go score these touchdowns so we can win. Now, every now and then, I get a couple, but for the most part, I would back off a lot of people. You know, I mean, I'll back off a lot of people because I'm like, if I get hurt, who's gonna step in and doing what I'm doing? So, and that's what I think Shiloh's problem is. But look, they help. But he sit there, took a program, recruited Travis Hunter, recruited all these guys who are big time players to come to Jackson, Mississippi, and to learn from him. That disrupted everything.
I got a question for you though.
Yeah.
So you said that Dion should go off and be the coach of Cleveland.
They'll never hire him, but yeah, that's the best thing they could do.
I'm saying you saying that, right? But do you think Prime is a good enough coach to do something like that?
Absolutely. And you want to know why?
Yeah, I want to know.
All right, put yourself in your shoes. Put yourself in an NFL player's shoes. You a free agent. right? And let's see who's the top receiver right now in the NFL. It's either Chase or that other cat from LSU that play up in Minnesota.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I can pull him up here. Who? What's his name?
Chase, he ain't never got hurt. Chase, he ain't never got hurt. But the other kid is the other young man.
Man, you gotta say it again.
I don't know. Maybe they do a lot of commercials. Ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah, let me
what
see.
You talking about other than Jamar Chase?
Jamar Chase, hold up. Let me make sure. Let me make sure nobody's in the chat, man. Oh man, they got. Oh yeah, somebody in the chat. My bad. Salute Tony Danger. Tony Danger. Yeah, salute to you, man. I had the chat turned off, man. Okay, let me get back. I see the chat. What's up, y'all? Let me interact with the people in the chat. It's people that pulled up, man. Football. Deshaun Watson's football issue stems from previous injuries in legs and shoulders. His shoulder injury finished. Nah, man, it's football injuries because he's trying to get his meat sucked on and he got caught. That's where the problem is. I don't want to hear that. Project Leroy. I don't want to hear that, man. I'm going to start making y'all moderators too, man. What up, man? Shout out to the chat. Shout out to y'all for tuning in and listening to us talk about how they screwing over Shedeur Sanders. Because these white people don't like his daddy, and they gotta pay. They just spent all that money because they sit over there gave that money to Deshaun Watson, who's a yes a boss type player, and they like, oh yeah, you gonna listen to what I say? He go $230 million, and he ain't gonna piss a drop, man. Somebody say Dion is a traitor. Now let me what's that dude? Hold up, man. Hold up 1 second, man. Minnesota Vikings receiver. What's his name? Justin Jefferson.
That's somebody that got true hate. Justin Jefferson, exactly.
Yeah.
He got too many commercials, bro. He a commercial dude. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad at him. Let him get that bread. I know what he commercialing. I know what videos he do got him scoring touchdowns. And I can't knock nobody scoring a bunch of TDs and then doing a commercial about it. I ain't mad at him.
I get it, dog, but he didn't do that much scoring last year because he was hurt, bro.
Yeah, that's something you can't really.
That's the double-edged sword of getting that money though. Sometimes, when you get that extra money and the NFL don't like it, they put you in certain situations where you finna eat it, bro.
Yeah, because the NFL it stands for nigga fall in line. You you better be in your place. If you don't be in your place, they gonna make sure. They gonna make an example out your ass. Ask T.O. Ask Terrell Owens.
Hey, T.O. was crying on the driveway, dog. He was like, my quarterback. They had him up crying like that, G.
Let me see who else is but it's either Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase. By the way, Dion would shut both of them down, but that's neither here nor there. And damn, what else for that? I lost my train of thought. But yeah, you got the top receivers. If you got the top receivers, and doggone it, I forget my train of thought that fast. Like I went down the rabbit hole. But yeah, anyway, Dion was Dion was so good, and he had been so good. They was playing on him to fail, and he succeeded at Jackson State, which was a lost cause. No money, no nothing.
No nothing.
Then went to Colorado. Now Colorado, they gave him some bread. Now he turned that program around to where that stadium was packed again, and
but that's why they hired him though. G was to put the butts in the stands.
Mm-hmm.
They were hurting so bad that they needed the spectacle. You know what I'm saying? They needed a show because nobody was going to those games, bro. You talking about the Big 12, man? Texas and OU ran that shit.
Yep.
You know, so yeah. I got mixed emotions about Prime being a coach. I think he's good for the young man that's trying to get somewhere. But as a coach, I just don't believe that he can pull it off as well as he needs to, because a real coach don't need all that shit on the sideline. He don't need the halftime show to be the great shit.
If you Justin Jefferson, I mean, look, you gotta put, Dion understood something that I didn't understand until I was like middleway through high school. You are an entertainer as a football player. However, you have to be a good football player to be an entertainer. If you're not a good football player, you can't be an entertainer. Now, if you are Jamal Chase or Justin Jefferson, and you're a free agent, and Dion calls, hey, I'm the coach at the Cleveland Browns. I got your do over here. And he can sell ice to an Eskimo.
Yeah, he can.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got my buddies here coaching. I got Warren. I got Sapp here. Oh, I got Jerry Rice here. He coaching. You know what I'm saying? I got Randy done pulled up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because he got that type of pull.
He do.
He almost got Randy Moss to the Cowboys, I think. They got some story out there. He came, Randy pulled up. He's like, Randy Moss. Oh, man. He like Don King or something. He gonna sell, you gonna think, they say when you with Dion, it's just like you feel like you with, like you know him forever, and he's a good dude. Where you going? You going there or you going to the Cowboys? Or you going hang out with Dion? You going to Dion. So he's gonna pull the talent to be competitive. So that's why. Does he coach the X's and O's very well? We don't know. But he can, he knows talent, he knows football, he's able to recruit, and even if he doesn't have it, he's not coaching his son.
I say this. You give Dion the right tools to work with, yeah, he'll pull it off. But
not even the right tools, he pulled it off at Jackson State. They ain't give him nothing.
State though, it's Jackson State. But I'm saying the talent level at Jackson State was not ready for what Dion wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole league was not ready for that. That's why he capitalized off of that. Now going to Colorado, that right there was detrimental to him, because they're not gonna be able to get over that hump. I don't give a fuck if he got Snoop Dogg at halftime, he got whoever at halftime, dog. You gotta be able to take the talent and make them boys play that ball. And can he do it? Yes, we know he can do it, but it's harder. It's harder now. Reason why it's harder?
That is a very bad location to recruit.
Exactly.
A very bad. Boulder, Colorado is a very bad place to recruit. The only players you can get is a couple of cats out of Denver, and they trying to get up out of Denver. And you ain't gonna pull no cats because I'm gonna tell you, in order to be competitive in football in the United States of America, you're gonna have to draft. You're gonna have to pull kids out of Texas, Florida, and California,
Okay.
and then you can add Georgia, Ohio. Who they got some cats in Pennsylvania, Alabama, and Mississippi, and
All
Louisiana.
right. Listen.
But
You
the
know why?
Louisiana cats staying home.
You know why? You know why it's hard to pull people there? It's just like Cleveland. It's cold, my G. It's cold.
Hella
You
cold.
ain't finna get no down south ass dudes to come to the cold and try to ball like that.
Mm-mm.
Come on now, let's be real now.
And all the white bitches in the world is not gonna get the football players to come up there. No. And you know, I used to be a football player, man, and football players like white bitches. Look, I'm just keeping it funky. Now maybe this wine that kicked in, but I'm keeping it funky. The football players like white bitches. And the more white bitches, the better. But they don't like that white snow. Because I hated playing in the cold. With a passion. I'm from South Texas. With a
That's what I'm
passion.
saying. That's what I'm saying. It's harder now. It's like too many things that need to happen, but his popularity ain't gonna pull off no wins. It ain't gonna, like you take a normal coach. I say a normal coach, a dude that he ain't never touched what Dion, experienced in his life, but he's more successful because he don't, you know what I'm saying? He just coaching. He doing X and O's. You know what I'm saying?
But he can't recruit like Dion.
I ain't
Dion
saying-
is
I ain't
perfect
saying
for college
recruit,
because he ain't going to recruit like Dion.
But I ain't saying recruit. I'm saying the X and O's does win games.
Yeah, but recruiting wins more. He can get players. If Dion, let's just say,
What's their record? What's Colorado's record last year?
last year, I'll look it up.
They only won like 4 or 5 games, bro. 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, because they recruited that top quarterback and he was a dud. I saw that.
So
yeah, he was a dud, man.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's harder now because he's not going to be able to get the tools and the players that he needs to come there. They're not going to do that. I could love Dion till the end of time, but at the end of the day, if he called up and said, "Hey, I want you to be XYZ," I'm gonna think about it. Yeah, I'm gonna think about it, but am I gonna pull the trigger on it? No, because I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna visit the school, and I'm gonna tell you, I've been there. I've been to that school. It's very nice. They treat you good. They treat you great. You eat great food. It's a beautiful place. But it get cold, my G. It gets extremely cold, man.
I know it, but that's the only thing that Dion has to fight. And Dion from Florida, so But when you get older, I don't know. Maybe you can handle the cold a little bit better. Because now, if a cold school called me, I would go. But I can't play football no more. But anyway, if you one of the top players, and Dion call you going. Unless somebody doing something that I'm not. I mean, cause you gonna be on TV. You gonna be around Dion in his aura. You rather be around Dion or Nick Saban? I mean, come on now, this is a no-brainer. Nick Saban.
I say Nick Saban because the body of the work, and he sends people to the NFL for sure.
Dude, Dion sent Travis Hunter to the number 1 player in the country.
I know, but that's one player, bro. Versus what,
Travis Hunter wouldn't have won that Heisman if he went to Nick Saban. That wouldn't have happened.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. At all. He'd have been sitting on the bench a couple years. Nick Saban's. I heard some stuff about Nick Saban. Nick Saban's full of shit. But
yeah, he was a tough cookie, man.
Somebody should have kicked him in his motherfucking chest. That's what they should have did. Because I know you're a bitch. I know a bitch when I see one, and Nick Saban's a bitch. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor
It's
there.
all in the it's all in the handshake, and I was told that he got a sweaty palm. So a motherfucker with a sweaty palm, you can't trust him.
Shit, what if you got his sweaty palm on a trigger? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can't trust him either. You know what I'm saying? Not with one on the trigger. But now, man, my palms are sweaty too, but I got a KO blow too, and I will unleash that bad boy. I don't want to sit up and act like I'm gangster, man. I'm too old to fight. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Man, my palms ain't sweaty. I'm tripping. But anyway, you gotta, no, cause I mean, I just by his demeanor, I know he got. I'm like, yeah. And everybody that's ever been around Deion always have something good to say about him. But I know a lot of people who used to play at Alabama. It's like, man, that dude was, you know what I mean? And, you know, he was fake. You know, I smell fake on him. But that's neither here nor there. I don't know, you know. I mean, look, he quit after they did the NIL. Like, you going to get in the transfer portal? That means he's trying to sit there and keep players there that want to leave. That says all I need to know.
Well,
but yeah,
you got
man, maybe am I got. Man, I hope my system's not failing. Can you hear me? Because you're breaking up. Yeah.
pool of talent like he has, you tend to feel like you can pick and choose, man.
Yeah, but that's easy to do that. But see, now Nick Saban wouldn't have lasted.
Of talent.
Nick Saban wouldn't have lasted 2-3 years in Texas. Wouldn't have. Cause look, you can't really recruit. See, Alabama, people from Alabama go to Alabama. Julio, like they stay in state. Alabama and Auburn's the only game in town. Alabama is the big dog. I mean, let's just keep it a buck. You got Julio Jones from right up there in Alabama. They don't leave the state. You know. They usually.
Saban, wait a minute. Saban ain't better than the coach at Texas right now. Who taught that dude?
I don't who is at Texas? I don't even know now. I don't keep up with the University of Texas. I don't even know.
Shark. What's his name? Shark. What's his name? Shark or something?
Sarkisian?
Yeah.
Steve Sarkisian?
He came from. Yeah, he came from Saban's coaching tree, bro. He taught that motherfucker.
He was playing when I was playing, man. He played at BYU. Yeah, I remember him.
But listen though, yes, if they had Saban, they'd be winning, bro.
Texas?
Yeah, Texas would be winning.
I don't know, man.
Shark ain't no good, bro. Like,
I don't know, man.
He ain't no world beater.
But I know who they if they pick Deion, if they put Deion in Texas, man, and he's sitting there pulling up on people on all them kids in Houston and Dallas, cause I think he lives in Dallas still to this day.
Yeah, he lives in Dallas.
Yeah, he putting on them cats in Houston and Dallas, and the Austin area. He putting up on them cats. And where I'm from, over there in the Beaumont, Port Arthur area, he put it up on them cats. Dude, they not going nowhere else.
How many coaches you seen that's colored that coach for Texas, bro?
I ain't never seen one. Oh, my bad.
I was finna say one, goddamn.
And I used to drink beer with him, man. What's that motherfucking name? We used to go over the grotto. We used to go over the grotto, and I would see him there. We sit there and talk. We sit there and talk because I had left before he got the coaching job at the University of Houston. Right. Kevin Sumlin. God damn, I couldn't think of that for nothing.
Sumlin, and he got fired, dog.
Yeah, I told his dumb ass before he went to Texas. I was like, "Don't carry your ass up to A&M, you dude. He was becoming a folk hero down here, and I was like, bro, they offered him $500,000 more, but he didn't have the business savvy and the know-how. I was like, bro, you can sell them little hats and make $500,000, man. I was like, I'll sell them for you. I'll help you sell them for you. Shit, you can sell your little beanies or whatever. And then, dude, you in Houston. You ain't up in College Station. You know what I'm saying? You in Houston. You with the big dogs out here, man. He was like, A&M's just a better school. I get it. He's a football coach. And now he's sitting up. No, I don't know what the hell he's doing now, but.
I don't either.
Man, and I'm talking about. I know some stories about him. I ain't gonna say it on live, but I know some stories about him. Cause yeah, he a cool dude though, man. But he didn't get he didn't pick up what I was putting down, and he thought I was just trying to tell him to stay at University of Houston because I used to play football there. I was just like, bro, he could have been a legacy coach there. But he left and went to A&M 2-3 years. He had a good season with Johnny Manziel. But after that, he left and they fired him a few years later. And he ain't never coach again if I ain't mistaken. But I heard he's somewhere else. But yeah, he'd still be the head coach at University of Houston if he'd have never left. I bet he regret that. And some of you see this, you know my face. I told you to stay your punk ass in Houston. But you know, you're a hard-headed fucker. That's all right.
Yeah, he was hard-headed. He definitely was hard-headed.
Yeah, but yeah, Texas is racist, bro. And they don't like putting too many black coaches up, you know.
They were the last state. They was the last state that abolished slavery.
Dude, I'm from here. Damn, that's back then. I'm talking about how racist their ass are now. Dude, you don't know this, but maybe you do. I'm a goddamn computer scientist. I know y'all don't believe it because I drink and talk shit. But I'm a very highly educated, very well-trained computer scientist. And I've worked at some of the major companies in this world. Well, in this country. The ones in California. And y'all know what I'm talking about. I had an asshole here in Texas tell me that what the hell he told me? He told me that he don't think I can't believe you're a computer scientist. I don't think you cracked up for this. And I had already graduated college, and I had been working in the field for a year or two. And he told me he couldn't believe I was a computer scientist. Yeah, honky, I'm still a computer scientist. And I've made a bunch of money. And I'm live. And I've used my knowledge to broadcast this video. And I hope you see this. Yeah, man. I can't believe that white man told me that, man. Being racist. And see, and they be like, hey, why are black people so bigoted? What am I supposed to call him? Yeah. After he tell me that. And I was like, why you don't think I can't do what I do? Like, I was just sitting there. What? I don't look like Poindexter from Revenge of the Nerds? What the hell? But, and I had another one tell me perception is reality. And that's all he said. That's what they call that, man, when you don't say, man, what's that word? A dog whistle. Yeah, that's a dog whistle for you. Dude, I picked that up. Come on, man. What do you perceive of me? You know, like, come on, man. And when I went to, I tell you, one of the companies I work for in California, when I went to Apple, they hired me like that. Now, what the hell was he perceiving? And it's Apple, buddy. Creme de la creme. You feel me? So, yeah, this is a racist ass state. Trust me, I live here. I am here. Now, Houston, not so much. But there's pockets in Houston, you know.
Houston's Chocolate City.
And hell no, it ain't chocolate. It's Mexican City. If anything, it's Mexican City. I love my Latino brothers here, my Latino brothers and sisters. It's Mexican City. You know what I'm saying? I'm fluent in Spanish. I could do this whole podcast in Spanish because of the people I talk to in this city and in other places. I've been in the Dominican Republic and Honduras as well. Yeah, I'm fluent in Spanish. You know what I'm saying? I can do this in Spanish. Yo, let me make sure I ain't missing any of my chatters here. I'm sorry. I'm not even paying attention. Oh hell no, Deshaun, we ain't tripping. Y'all got the Patriots. Who y'all got the Patriots? Hold up, man. Hold up, man. My fault. They say dope show. All right, tell me. All right, Dion is a traitor. Look, man. You know what? I'm not finna even dive into that comment. New England Patriots at Seattle. Who you got? It's opening day. Man, it's hard to win up there in Seattle, bro. I'm going to go with Seattle just because. And I hate NFL games and predicting them because everybody win by less than 5 points. Like, that's just one mistake, you know. All right.
I say Seattle's gonna win because, you know, Drake May, the quarterback of New England, is not ready for the pressure that he's gonna see.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very, very, very good defense. That's a great defense, actually.
Yeah.
They didn't pull off another great defense, man. So Drake May is not ready for that. You know, but they do got some firepower, you know, over there in New England. They got some firepower, but it's gonna take them a little while to put it together. Um, but this specific game, yeah, I go with Seattle.
Yeah. Is that September 9th? Is that opening day?
That's opening day, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and opening day, man. It's easier for me to predict games later in the season because I see, like, I just see how, you know, how people are moving and things of that nature. Now, who you got opening day? Jacksonville, Cleveland at Jacksonville. Deshaun Watson starting.
I take man. I just don't think Cleveland is a team that can go in and beat a Jacksonville team that was a playoff team last year. They were very good, and they ain't lost nothing.
Well, and let me tell you,
Cleveland got a lot of new weapons that they're gonna have to gel with.
And let me tell you another thing. It's hot as hell in Jacksonville. And let me tell you, people don't understand this about football. That heat'll beat you just as quick as the other team will. Especially when you're from up north. So I think Jacksonville's gonna take it because you're gonna see Shador should be fine because Deshaun's he's from Georgia, so it's hot as hell there too. So
yeah, but he haven't played no ball though.
He
ain't been under pressure in a while. So I think it's gonna be too big for him, you know, to pull off a win.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one, man. But yeah, Shador should be starting. But man, that $230 million, there ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell, man. Hold up. I'm not even live, bro. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the show up. I mean, I enjoy. I mean, like I said, I enjoy chatting with you, man. And let me see how many people are watching this damn show. Oh, a couple. I got 4 thumbs up. All right, shit, I'll take it. So you got you got Seahawks. Who y'all got the picture of the Seahawks? Shit, I guess the Seahawks. I'm gonna go with the Seahawks as well. There's other things going. I mean, the NFL is it's hard for me to stomach that sport, but I know it's just so popular in the United States because it's just one sport where it's just for everybody. White people think that they can tell black people what to do, and black people are doing great stuff, and black people say, "Oh, we're doing great. We're doing great," and everybody thinks everything's fine, you know. But you're still making the owner a billionaire while he barely makes you a millionaire. So what I'm gonna do? Damn, I don't even want to put this on because it just popped up. Should I put should I put Club Shay? Nightcap with Shay Shay, and see what they say about Deshaun being QB1. Is that a Pinocchio nose on that? Nah, I'm tripping. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gotta sit there and see what they say. I already know, cause now those are 2 pro football players, and Shannon Sharp is in the Hall of Fame. Knows a lot about football, and Chad Johnson, aka Chad Ochocinco, probably should be in the Hall of Fame, cause it was a point where that dude was a problem, a big one. And that was for some years. I ain't talking about 1, 2, 3 years. I'm talking about 4, 5, 6 years. Chad Johnson was like, you know, and he had some of the Dion problem because he celebrated and had so much fun in the game that and rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, aka mostly white people who want to see, hey man, just give the football to the ref and just go back. You don't want to see. They don't want to see black people party, man. What's wrong with let black people party? He ain't hurting nobody. Right. He just doing, your kids like him. You know, he bringing kids to the game. What's wrong with that? But, man, people gonna call me racist. But that's the truth, man. White people don't like to see black people do nothing. Nothing fun except for do what they want. Why we can't we just dancing? Ain't no, Chad Johnson ain't gonna take an AK and shoot nobody. You know what I'm saying? He ain't do the Antonio Brown and just walk off the field. He went, scored a touchdown, and did the river dance. I mean, goddamn. Now you don't want to keep putting him in the Hall of Fame. I mean, his numbers speak for themselves. He's probably gonna get in there later on in his life, but I don't know, man.
You try to be, anytime you try to be bigger than what put you there.
I don't see that as being bigger, man. I think celebrations just evolved. I don't know if that's a word. It went from spiking the ball, and then you had Billy. It went from spiking the ball, and then after the spikes, you had people high-fiving, and then here come Billy White Shoes Johnson, right? With the funky chicken, right? And let me see, Docs. Let me see. Hold on. Chat. Let me see if the chat's pull up. Oh, the chat's here, so I ain't got to do all that. All right. The chat's working. All right. Hold up. Let me turn this off. Maybe this will give me a little bit better thing going. All right. Where the fuck did chat go? Because I don't want to miss nobody else. They were sitting in there in the chat. You ignore the chat, man. You screwing up You screwing up the whole damn thing. You screwing up the whole operation. Oh, it is. Is this chats? No, it's other chats. Hold up. Yeah. Sorry, chat. I'm gonna get a little bit better. I haven't been going live lately. This is about my 4th, 5th live. View. No, this what's that? Oh, there it is. All right, chat. I got y'all. Well, I don't know if anybody gonna sit up here. Now I can see the chat right there. Okay, it's on one of my screens. I got a whole operation going here. Now, back to the subject. So, do you really think? So you say Deshaun Watson's gonna last no more than 3 or 4 games. I'm going with probably 5 or 6. Now,
I say 3 games.
And what's gonna happen? Why do you say 3 games? Well, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna say 5 or 6.
Cleveland Browns. I think the Cleveland Browns understand they made a mistake, and they're willing to eat that money, bro. And
man, are you serious?
Deny talent, okay? You can't deny talent. I mean, listen. After they drop 3 games, they're gonna drop 3 games back to back. You know what I mean? And it's gonna cause a panic.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna have to plug in Sanders. It just is what it is. They dealing with Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel came from Oklahoma, and they played him over Sanders. And we all knew that shit was bull. I mean, we knew that. But if they was willing to do that, that means they willing to eat the money.
They drafted Dylan Gabriel above Sanders.
I know, and we all knew that something's going on here. But in the end, he is going to be the starting quarterback, man. Sanders going to be the starting quarterback come week 4. Because Deshaun Watson is going to drop 3 games. He going to try too hard.
You say he going to go 0-3?
I think he's going to go 0-3. Yes,
So they going to go, hold on. Let me pull this up. Give me 1 second. God doggone it. I don't know who their 3rd game is. I'm finna go to NFL.com and look up their schedule. Give me a second. NFL.com.
They defense is poor now because they had to give up their main player, their main vein that kept them alive. I mean, this is so much going wrong with the Cleveland Browns, man. I just can't see them. I can't see them winning 3 games, bro. I can't see them playing their first 3 games and winning any of that.
Cleveland. All right, so week 1. God damn it. Oh, preseason. Sorry. I say they already lost. Hold up. They had won a game in the preseason. I'm sitting here looking at it.
They're not gonna win no 3 games back. They gonna lose 3 games back to back. Gonna cause a mass panic.
And I'm talking about they get blown out. They done got blown out twice.
Because they don't have anything no more. They don't have anything.
So the first week they got the Jaguars. You know that you say they're gonna take a L on that one, right? The second week, they got the Browns. You say they gonna go to Baker. Baker gonna put a lump on side their head.
You talking about
Baker Mayfield?
Tampa Bay.
Yeah. Baker Mayfield gonna put Baker Mayfield and his boys gonna put a lump on side their head, and they gonna send their ass back to Cleveland.
They're gonna put a major lump on their head.
Okay. Now week 3, they got the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
You saying he gonna wait? So you saying that's the game that's gonna be it? So now Shador gonna come in week 3 against the Panthers, or he gonna They gonna be getting their ass whipped with the Panthers, or they gonna wait till the next game or after
They're
they?
gonna
Oh,
lose. They're gonna lose to the Panthers, and then that's when they're gonna go. They're gonna go nationwide on TV and say we made a mistake. They're gonna tuck their tail, and they're gonna throw Sanders in the game week 4, and
So who gonna
miraculously
start week 4?
Sanders.
But he's not gonna play week 3 against the Panthers,
No, he's not.
even if they
They
getting blown out.
even if they get blown out, because you gotta understand they 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 don't want this to happen. They don't want this to happen, but they gonna let him play it out. They gonna let Watson play it out, man. But it's a done deal. They gonna eat that money. They didn't ate money before. Let's
Okay, let's just say
let's face
you.
it.
Let's just say I'm right and you wrong, and they keep him in for week 4. They keep Deshaun Watson in for week 4.
Okay.
They back at home, and the Steelers pulling up in town.
That's even worse.
That's even worse. Okay, let's just say I'm wrong and you right. Shadua plays and the Steelers pull up. Are they in a better situation with Shadua play? Well, don't even answer. That's a stupid question. Okay. So let's just say Shadua's playing. Do they have a serious chance of beating the Steelers in Cleveland?
No, because Miles Garrett is gone. They don't have a pass rush. They're not gonna win.
Miles Garrett don't play there no more.
No, he's gone. Miles Sanders is gone, bro. They don't got a
Ah.
defense to hold.
Oh, that's
the
a
points
wrap,
down.
man.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm trying
yeah,
to tell you.
he did leave. He went to
Okay,
is he in
listen
Philly?
to me. No, dog, he ain't in Philly. He ain't in Philly. He's over there with the Buffalo Bills.
Oh shit. Man, he know how to pick some cities, bro. Oh, they trade him? I didn't follow that news. I'm sorry.
Afford to keep him, bro. Okay, well, they couldn't afford to keep him, bro.
Nah,
So,
they can't.
Um,
Buffalo ain't
they
a
don't
team
have
swearing their money either.
pass rush. They don't have offense.
Now,
But- No.
now, you kind of breaking up, man. Oh, let me look.
To go ahead and kill off Cleveland now.
Okay.
If they ain't got Miles Sanders, Nick Chubbs, if they ain't got their core players no more, they got good wide receivers. But you asking Watson to do all this magic?
I mean,
Unless the game is truly rigged, then he will pull off some major shit. He will pull it off. I just don't believe he's that guy, man. And I believe they know it, but like you said, the owner pulled the trigger on that money. Okay? He don't know no football.
nah.
He don't know what it's gonna take to win these games.
Yeah, but he know he see that 40 million. Hold on, let's do the math on that. He see that. Hold on. Cause you know them owners on the slick side of the game. They put you on a W-2. They ain't gonna put you on a 1099 and pay you all your money. They gonna take taxes out and pocket it and write off everything. But that's neither here nor there. So let's just say he making 43 mil. Let's just say he let's just say he keeps 30. And he ain't keep 30. Let's say he keep 28, 29. 28 million divided by 17.
Okay. All right. While you doing the math, think about this.
So
They're not paying nobody right now. That's a young team. They're not paying out nobody. Miles Garrett is gone. He was
yeah,
the only person that was making the big money.
yeah.
He gone now. So they freed up that money to give Deshaun Watson some kind of hope.
So let's just make it a clean 30. Let's just say he take home 30, which I don't know if he take that home from Cleveland. Let's just say he take home 30 million out of that out of his after taxes. 30 million divided by 17 out of 17 games. So they get paid every Monday or Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday or something like that.
Tuesday,
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah. Yeah, he got to cut Deshaun Watson a check for $1,764,000 every week, whether he starts or not. Whether he starts or not,
Do you remember the last quarterback that had that kind of deal?
Oh, was it Kirk Cousins?
It was Sam Bradford,
Oh wow.
and he didn't even he took all that money and ran, my G.
Shit. Fuck it, I ain't mad at him. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Rob, take all them owners' money. Take more than that. I ain't mad at Deshaun. I am not. I hope he gets every nickel. You know what I'm saying? Because them owners out there exploiting them, and when they old and you done made them all that money, and you come up limping, and you's like, hey, can you get a couple $1,000 after all that football you played? They're gonna sit up there and look at you like you crazy. Anyway,
Right.
so I take their ass to the bank. Fuck them. Now let's just say back to the game. So week 4 they got the Steelers.
Right.
So you saying it's gonna be a quarterback change there? I think they gonna let Deshaun go past the Steelers, and then week 5 they got the Browns. I mean they got to go to New York and play the Jets. Now, I think he's gonna get past the Jets. Now, this is right around week 5, 6. This is why I think because at this point I don't see them winning no more than 1 or 2 of these games. But if they do that, they probably be like, okay, they're not. If Watson doesn't win at least half of these games, if he don't keep his head above water, which is 500, they're gonna be ready to bench him because he's below 500 because they're gonna be like, oh, and it depends on his play. Now, if he go out there, throw 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, or 1 interception, or three touchdowns, 1 interception, and they lose because they just can't stop nobody, they probably gonna give him a break. You know what I mean?
The way I look at it is this: they did all this spectacle stuff, right? They draw so much attention to their team by letting Myles Garrett go, about giving Deshaun Watson money, and then they're going to draft Sanders in the 5th round, and they drafted Dylan Gabriel. That's a lot of shit that happened, bro.
Yeah. And Dylan Gabriel behind Sanders.
You don't come back from that. You
we talking about the Browns. We talking about the Browns.
You don't come back from that. So if they're going to do all that, that means they are willing, not even willing, they're going to have to pull the trigger week 3. It's a big mistake.
I don't think they're going to go that early, though, man. Because we talking about they got to get this man $1.7 million, and they going to put him on the bench? Man.
Yeah, they're going to put him on the bench.
Shit, I don't know, man.
Listen to all the stuff you said tonight. You said that he got his dick sucked, he got the happy endings, he got all that shit, right?
Uh-huh.
You want your starting quarterback to have all that attached to him, though?
I mean, he already got that. They had that attached to him before they went got him. And Deshaun said, I don't want to play for y'all. They gave him that money.
He been hurt for 2 years.
Yeah, I just think, man, that his mindset, his mental health ain't there because he was just so happy somebody's wanted to play with his dangling. And he ain't got the game to get no pussy.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
Listen. Ownership don't understand the game like the coaches do. And the coaches, they gonna go to the owner and say, listen, we gotta bench him now, cause this shit ain't gonna look good. It's not gonna look good, bro. And they might, and they gotta bite the bullet, man, in front of the whole world. And they willing to do that. They gonna have to do that, because they don't even got enough weapons for him to be. What's the last quarterback that missed 2 years that came back and he was legit? Like, we ain't got
probably Cunningham.
He ain't even close to Cunningham.
Hell no.
Okay, so
hell no, he ain't got that kind of.
Okay,
because we was about to do top 5 quarterbacks. I put him in my top 5, Randall Cunningham, just because of the talent alone.
Well, he ain't in my top 5.
I said mine. I ain't say yours. I said mine. Right. And just because of talent alone, he did win MVP. And now we talking about a guy who can throw the ball. He can throw the ball through a brick wall. He can go down to Central America and demolish buildings. We talking about, and Deshaun ain't that dude. But no, Deshaun has a decent arm.
Okay, but remember me and you talked about you could be a quarterback with a great arm, great tangibles, but if you ain't got a supporting cast, it ain't gonna matter, right?
Yeah, but the better your quarterback is, right? And the more you can protect him, the less your support cast has to be.
Look up the offensive line that they have, and you tell me if they're gonna be able to protect them.
Now that's where you might get a week 3. A week 3. Yeah, because he not because he's playing bad, it's because he's hurt.
He's hurt.
They had to when he was here with the Texans, they didn't protect him enough. He had to take a bus to Jacksonville to play, and a bus back because he couldn't fly on a plane because he had rib injuries or something, and the altitude change was gonna do something, so he had to stay at sea level. So they rode I-10 all the way to on the bus. He drove there.
So there's 32 teams, right?
Yeah.
There's 32 teams, and you tell me that their offensive line is ranked, I think it's 29th. They got a 29th offensive line. Come on, bro.
Yeah, he might be. Yeah, he might be out of there for injuries. So that might be the best thing.
Well, he gonna be out of there because he ain't gonna be able to move around like Sanders. He ain't gonna be able to move around.
Yeah, because they were chasing Sanders up and down the field last year. He really didn't have a great year last year, but he was all they had because Dylan Gabriel wasn't doing nothing.
Exactly. So they gotta pull the trigger early because they gotta salvage the season. They have to salvage the season and save face. You can't put him in through all this and don't go back to him when you need him.
Okay.
That's what they love to do.
Let's just go through the first. Go ahead, sorry.
No, they love to go back to the person that they screwed over to save them. I mean, that's what they do.
Yeah, that does happen. I remember they did that when I was playing, but that's neither here nor there. And this is in college. I ain't even talking about the pros, but okay. So week 1 they gonna lose to the Jaguars and they're not gonna bench. They're not. You say week 3, so they're gonna lose to the Jaguars, the Browns. The Jaguars, the Bucks, and the Panthers. Now, let's just say they start. You say if they start Deshaun Watson on week 4 with the Steelers, they're gonna lose. What if they start Deshaun Watson week 5 with, if he can stay healthy, week 5 with the Jets? Are they gonna lose that one too?
No, they can beat the Jets because the Jets got a young quarterback as well, and he struggled last year. I mean,
Okay.
he good. He good enough to elude the pressure and stuff like that. But they don't got enough weapons. They don't have enough firepower to pull off a game like this.
But
You
it's
know what
at
I
the
mean?
Jets. It's in New York
Right. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's why I tend to lean
or New
towards the
Jersey.
Jets winning because they the home team and they young and they been playing together. They been playing together and they got a defense. Cleveland don't have a defense no more.
Okay, so Deshaun Watson can go 1-4 at best case scenario in the first 5.
Yes,
That's best case.
that's
They're
the
gonna be
best case
calling for his
scenario.
head because
That's the best case scenario.
week 6, the Ravens pulling up.
And we all know how that's gonna turn out.
So that's one. So, yeah, if they 1-5 after week 6, it's a wrap, bro. They can't do it. And then they gotta fly to Tennessee, and then they gotta go to the Steelers. See, this is why the Browns. That's why the Browns, y'all can't be out there fucking up like this, man. These people ain't playing over there in that conference, man. Y'all can't be out here doing this. And then y'all got these loyal fans of Cleveland that ain't got nothing else to do but watch y'all. They ain't got Houston. Man, in Houston, it's Monday at 11 o'clock. I can go somewhere where it's a gang of bad bitches. And nobody even care about a game. And they watching the Monday Night Football game, sitting there smoking hookah, looking for the dude they finna go home with at night. That's Houston, Texas. Cleveland, they don't do nothing like that. So why y'all treating y'all fans like this, man? These people, see, Cleveland, y'all being exploited, man. Y'all boycott them some bitches. Just like I boycotted the NFL when they was on that Colin Kaepernick stuff, man. Boycott them, man.
Break out the paper bag. Break out that motherfucking brown bag special.
Break them out, man. And hit the owners where it hurts in their pockets. Y'all stop buying them tickets, they get their shit together. Or they'll sell the team. Then the Titans come up. Week 8, the Steelers come up. Now, I think this is the last game that Deshaun Watson, if he makes it, they're gonna bench him week 8 because they and yeah, but the season's gonna be over.
It's gonna be over. That's why I'm saying they're gonna have to salvage it early because it ain't gonna go right. You let your superstar player leave, which is Myles Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
He held that team together like glue, and he's gone. So you have no defense. So how you gonna stop the scoring? How you gonna stop these other teams from scoring on you? Where's the pressure gonna come from?
And let's just say,
who's gonna get the sacks?
Let's just say, worst case scenario, week 2, week 3, week 2 or 3. Let's just say week 3 they bench him, and Shador starts week 4. Mm-hmm. Can Shador beat the Steelers in Cleveland?
I believe he can't do it. He can't. But at the same time, I think he'll put up a better fight, which saves face for the organization.
Okay.
That they do got hope. That they do got something.
And let's just say they go to the Jets. Shador starting. Can they beat the Jets in New Jersey?
Most certainly they can beat that team. Yes.
Okay. Now,
I can see the headlights now. You know what I'm saying? Sanders saved the team from drowning.
okay, so
Even though it's one game, but
okay,
you
let's
know,
just say they start off 0-3, 0-4. No, yeah, and let's now if Sanders starts and they beat the Steelers at home, which I think that's very possible. Yeah,
it's
I mean, because
it's
that guy
very
can
possible.
spin it, man. I've seen him pull off bigger upsets. You know, I think that's possible. But let's just
I
say,
think it's possible. Yes, I do
let's
think
just
it's
say,
possible.
let's just say, oh well, the Steelers, man, fuck that. Let's just say the Steelers go there, lay an egg, and should do it, and they got big news. Then he go beats the Jets. I'm gonna look at the best case scenario. So now they 2-3. With Shador and a 2-game winning streak, can they beat the Ravens at home when the Ravens pull up with Lamar?
No,
Hell
they
no.
can't.
They can't beat that.
No, they can't. Man.
Look, man, there's levels to this shit, bro. There's levels to this shit. Lamar ain't that. Lamar and Derrick Henry, if they healthy, that just depends on if they healthy. You know, things happen. You know, they could both be out. You know, things happen.
Number one reason why I don't think they can beat a team like that is because that defense is solid. The Ravens defense is solid. And they're gonna throw some stuff at Sanders. He ain't never seen. He ain't never seen that type of team pressure
Okay,
coming from all these different areas. Because
so
you gotta think, uh the coach is gone.
yeah,
You know,
let me see
the
if I can
Ravens
pull it.
coach is gone.
Let me
So
see.
they still got the great defense though.
Okay. That being said, all right. Let's just say, barring a miracle, they lose to the Ravens. All right. Which that's happening. So by week 7, some people are going to be down. All things being equal, October 25th, right before Halloween, they go to Tennessee. They go to Nashville and play the Titans. Can a Shador-led Browns team beat the Titans?
I say yes.
Okay. So that's gonna make them what, 3-4 or 3-5? Yeah, 3-4. Week 8 they going into Pittsburgh. Can a Sanders-led team beat the Steelers in
I
Pittsburgh?
just don't think. I don't think they can beat. I don't think they can beat them at all.
Okay, so that'll be 3-5. Week 9 they go down to New Orleans and play the Saints in the Superdome. And I'd have played that damn place before. I'd have been in there. That place is haunted or something. It's just hard to win in there or something. I don't know what's up with that damn place. I don't know. It's just the Superdome roof is higher than other dome stadiums. Well, the ones I've been in. And I don't know, man. It's just like the ball looked funny in the air. And I don't know. Week 9. So let's just say, so that'd be what? Week 8, they're gonna be 3-5. Can they beat the Saints on the road? I think so.
I think they can beat the Saints.
All right.
Reason why is because the Saints quarterback, who is that? That's damn. I can't remember that dude's name, man, off the top of my head, but he played a little bit at Oklahoma, and then he went somewhere south and finished up. The Gamecocks. He played for the Gamecocks.
Tyler Shaw. Oh, fuck. He got drafted with Shador.
And I just don't believe that it'd be nice. It'd be a nice shootout. But I think they both got weak ass defenses.
Okay.
So I think I think he could pull it off, man. I think Sanders could pull that off.
Okay.
Spencer Rattler. Spencer Rattler is their quarterback.
Oh, it ain't Tyler Shuck no more? Okay.
Spencer Rattler is the quarterback over there in New Orleans.
They say they got him at Tyler Shuck, but okay. Tyler Shuck, yeah.
They got
Spencer
who?
Rattler is second. They got him at second team here, but
They
okay.
got him on second team. Okay, well
Yeah.
that's even worse because who is the other cat?
Tyler Shuck, yeah, that's they. He got drafted with I think he got drafted with Shadua.
Okay, but who is that? See, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
He
Like,
he had a pretty he had some pretty decent games last year. I remember that. But
decent though. Like, he ain't made a name for himself yet. Like, neither one of those quarterbacks, one or two, made a name for themselves. They ain't won no big game. They ain't been in the trenches and actually pulled a game out.
okay. So week 10, do you think the Texans, do you think they 4-5? You think that they can beat the Texans at home? What is November 15th? If it get cold up there now. Nah, if it get chilly up there November 15th, they'll whoop the Texans ass cuz people come when you come from Houston, it's hard to go play up north. Trust me, I know. I used to do that. So I could do a coin flip. Let's say best case scenario. Shadur is still balling. He's playing, and they 5-5. Then they got the Raiders. They can beat them at home. Then they got the Bengals, division rival. That's always a coin flip. Bengals versus Browns. So then they got the Falcons. Then they got the Giants. They got the Ravens in Baltimore. They get their ass whooped on that one too. Even with I don't know. Then they got the Colts. With Shador, they may be play. You know what? Nah, they not gonna be playoff capable because unless one of the other teams somebody gets hurt. Because the Bengals, the all four of them teams they're not going to playoffs. Let's just keep that a book.
No, they're not going to
Yeah.
playoffs. This is
So
about playing well. This is about staying in the games, fighting, and that's what they gonna boil down to is they capable of staying in these games and fighting. It ain't about listen, they fucked up so bad that it ain't even about winning. It's about can we compete a little bit? Like, do we look better?
yeah, because it's highly unlikely that this dude's gonna be on the team next year. And I think he knows that.
Yeah, he knows that. That's why he flashing his little jewelry, trying to, you know, trying to appear like he got it all together. I mean,
Now,
I could be wrong, man, but I got a funny suspicion that they gonna put this man in a position to where they okay with him leaving with that money. They okay with that.
and I really think now he done popped both his Achilles, or did he? Or was it the same one, or did he do both?
I think I don't know. I believe it's just that one.
So he did that one twice. Now, if that can hold up, which I don't know if that's gonna be possible,
Can he run though?
man, he gonna have to do something because he gonna have to do something. And I hope it happens because I hope that I would like for him to sit there and shock the world. That'll be just dope. But I don't know, you know, if he pulls off and beats those first three teams,
Hmm.
he goes into which is he's very capable of going into Jacksonville and getting Cleveland to win. Him and his supporting cast going into Jacksonville and getting a win. He's
He
very
the,
capable.
he the wrong color to be going in there and shocking the world. G. He ain't no Ben Roethlisberger that raped the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Let's just say he goes into Jacksonville. You know, Jacksonville's they ain't all that, and then you know, because they still trying to figure out how to use Travis Hunter, which is another story. Let's just say they go in there and sock Jacksonville, go down into Tampa and win that game, and they go 2-0. And that third game when they play the Panthers and they get that one, he 3-0. I think you know, I think he you know.
Yeah, but who's the Jacksonville quarterback? That
It's
motherfucker.
not still Trevor Lawrence.
Yes, Trevor Lawrence, the Sunshine Kid, the goddamn surfing turf guy. You
Yeah.
think they gonna let Deshaun Watson win over him when that was a playoff team?
Oh, you talking about the
Like they,
refs? You talking about the refs gonna play? The refs
I didn't.
gonna
No,
flag
I
whip
ain't say
them?
the. I ain't say the ref, but I'm saying that's they golden boy. They love Trevor. They love him, man. They love that white boy.
Yeah, but I mean, what do you mean? Like, it's
I mean, look at it. Look at his hair. Shit, his hair wins over Deshaun
what
Watson.
is it?
Goddamn.
What does hair got to do with him play, man? What the fuck that got to do with him play? Goddamn it, he could die the motherfucker green. He ain't gonna be the Joker. I mean, come on, man.
But I'm saying though, when they love you like that, though, it can come down to shit like that.
Okay, okay, man.
It can't come down to that though. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man.
I don't know, man. Like, but on a
Without a
straight,
defense, but in all honesty, without a defense, and you lost your very best franchise player,
yeah, Miles Garrett make a whole man. That's
without that,
didn't he have like 23 or 24 sacks last year? Did he break the
yes,
record
sir,
last year, or was it?
23, 23.
Man, that's a whole different type of cat, man. And he from right up
So,
there in the Dallas area, I think.
so I just don't think without without that they're not gonna pull off many games.
Yeah, that's a Hall of Famer they got rid of.
But they couldn't afford him though. They couldn't afford him, and that's a slap in his face because they gave Deshaun Watson money and he ain't played in 2 years. It's a slap in the face.
Yeah, and yeah, he do anything like that in Buffalo, they're gonna be right there. They're gonna be right there knocking at the door at the Super Bowl. I don't even know where it is this year, but they're gonna be knocking at that door.
But it's just stuff like that, man, that makes me wonder if they knew what they was doing, man, they wouldn't have pulled the trigger like that.
Man,
You got
it's
eight quarterbacks. You had eight quarterbacks on your team, man. They even had who's that old motherfucker they had? He came in and won a few games for him last year. Uh, man, he been in the league for so goddamn long, man. I mean, they had eight quarterbacks, bro.
oh I think I remember, man.
Yeah, he was an older cat,
Was it yeah, hold on. He was starting in front of Lamar before
but
Lamar
he
took
did
his
good.
spot.
He did good for a little while.
God, well, I can't think his name, man. Uh man. I know who you're talking about.
So with all that going on, you think
Oh
a
man.
2-year quarterback that's been sitting on his hand, sitting at the house, watching film, not really practicing, doing nothing, that's gonna come in and shock the world? That guy.
Mm.
No, I don't believe. And I don't got no hate towards Watson or nothing, man. I like to do. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's a business, and I just think they made a mistake, and they're gonna pay for it.
Flacco, that's his name.
Yeah, Flacco. They had Flacco out there throwing touchdown passes, dog. Like he was all right for 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, I couldn't even think of that. I don't know why.
And then it was Dylan Gabriel's show. And then that shit didn't work. So they threw Sanders out there a few games. And that shit didn't work. And when you in quicksand, you can move around, but you still gonna drown. You still going under.
Oh, well, we got some. I got some more comments here, man. They're gonna tank to try to get Archie Manning. Get the fuck out of here. Oh man. Man, no more Nick Chubb, no more Myles Garrett. We gave the Bills the ball for another 2 minutes and they turned into a TD. I blame the coach for the play calling at
Too
4
much
o'clock
loss,
manager.
man. Too many superstars gone. We talking about a very young team now. They're gonna have to get their
Give me a
lumps.
second. Let me get this
They're
out
gonna have
the
to
way.
grow.
Deshaun, what are your first thoughts on
Don't get me wrong, the Cleveland Browns secondary is good. They good, but where the pass rush gonna come in at?
Don't give me the line. I mean, they take a generational talent like that, and who's the chief? They say the Chiefs gone too. We have the Bills. Gave a bit, yeah. I don't know, man. Don't give me the line. We only talk. And this is the thing. That's the Sanders effect, and then people don't even want to understand it how magnetizing him and his dad, how they really are. They're very magnetizing, man. I mean, that people adhere people adhere to them, and we're not even talking about like if Shadua's not there, we don't care who starts in Cleveland. Cleveland's just another win on the schedule. But because Shadua Sanders is there, and his story is so unique as far as him and his father, and people hate them so much, and they're on the right side of history, man. And that's why we talking about these guys, man. But yeah, it's just weird, man, that these people are getting paid all these millions of dollars to do something that make better decisions, and a kid can make better decisions than them. And I'm wondering what the hell, why the hell do they have a job and I'm not there, or Joe Blow, or because I think now the fans should be able to think like, oh, I can make better decisions than the Cleveland Browns. Now that might be a 50-50 coin flip right there, because I think half the fans of Cleveland can make better decisions about their team than the people who are doing it right now. And I think that's the case for most teams in the NFL, including the Dallas funky ass Cowboys, who is one of the teams I hate. But that's neither here nor there. I'm about to wrap the show up, man.
Man, PA, it's been good, bro. I appreciate you letting me on. You know what I mean?
Man, I appreciate you being here, man. Shit, it's hard doing this by myself. Yeah, I don't even want to do it, But yeah, tomorrow we can pick up another subject. We can get on that. I don't know what it's gonna be. We could do the subject about the top 5 running backs in NFL history. We could do that one tomorrow. But in case some other news come up, we could do that. I'm going to do another show early in the day. I'm going to talk about these ladies out here, because in the Houston area, y'all tune in, because I've been in Houston since 1994, and I've ran across so many ladies, and I've been through so much stuff that I have experience in all kind of things. In all kind of things. That being said, all of this stuff that's on social media now, that was going on in the 90s. These ladies have been talking about the same stuff, and they've been out of their goddamn mind for years. And I don't want to jump on them, but just the logic, it has no means in logic or whatever. These ladies are picking their boyfriends and husbands over shoes, because they can't wear heels with them. Over shoes. I like to wear heels, so I need somebody I look up to. Yeah, but what if he fucking your daughters? You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? These ladies are like, and they used to talk about how superficial men are. You just going for looks. They do the same thing. So I got a couple shows I got to do about that. Now, if you want to chime in, I have no problems with anybody calling in. If you disagree with me, I don't care. Just be ready to be wrong. And yeah, I'm gonna do something like that. But yeah, tell them where to find you, and and whenever you do want to do a show, just let me know. I'll pull up.
Like I said, shoot, I'm Mr. G with Mr. G football. I critique football, and yeah, just find me on Mr. G's football show. I'm just now getting started, so I'm still like low budget. I'm still trying to figure this thing out, but I got some good key points. I know the game of football, and we just get down in the trenches together and figure this thing out.
Yeah, and as a former receiver, I used to hate going in them trenches. I used to hate that. Every now and then I could go in there and handle myself, but man, yeah, it was like I was too little. I was too little to go up in there, man. Just at some point, I ain't gonna say too little. That's a bad way to put it. You got to be built for that. You know what I mean? And I was built to run. You know what I'm saying? Not built to move men. I was built to run away from all that stuff. So yeah, but yeah, getting in the trenches, man. It gets muddy in there. So, oh yeah, did you play on real grass when you were coming up?
Man, I played on real grass. We didn't even have no turf.
Yeah, well, in college I played on nothing but AstroTurf. How we practice on grass in the elements of Houston. Yeah, it used to get real muddy, man.
Everything we did was on grass. I mean, we visited some stadiums that had turf, and most of our players was dropping like flies.
Yeah, we played on turf, but I mean, I was used to playing on turf, but it on grass. I mean, I like playing on grass more. Everybody did, but I did a lot better on turf because I could do stuff on turf that that was unhuman. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was a long time ago. Yeah. All right, man. I finna check out of here, man. You have a good one, bro.
Man, you too, bro.